Hello friends. This is new video tutorial by using Jquery with PHP, and in this video tutorial we have going to learn how to restore form value by using Jquery with PHP. If we have working on any form and in that form we have used server-side validation. So in server-side validation, suppose we have filled all form field and click on submit button. So at that time of form submission there is one field value is blank, then page has been again load in browser. Then at that time all form field values has been removed form fields and all form field will be blank. For fill form field value at server-side validation we want to write PHP code for filled form fields. For reduce that code we have make this simple tutorial in which we have handled these things by using Jquery. Here we have used Jquery Savy plugin is a lightweight plugin. It will automatically saves form fields data in the client side by using HTML5 local storage, and it will restore form values when we have again visit that form page. Now we have start discussing topic, and here we have already download this Jquery plugin from this web page and store into our working folder and also included in our index page. How to use this plugin with PHP. So for this we have make simple form for submit form data to server side on index page. So here we have write form tag with method is equal to post. Under this form first we have write input type is equal to text with attribute name is equal to name. It is equal to name. Under this tag we can enter username. Below this we have again write input type is equal to text with attribute name is equal email, and it is equal to also email. In this tag we can enter email address. In third tag we have write input type is equal to text with attribute name is equal to phone. It is equal to phone. In this tag we can enter user phone number details. Same way for enter user address, we have write text area tag with attribute name is equal to address. It is equal to address. For select user gender we have defined on select tag with attribute name is equal to gender, and it is equal to gender, with two option like male and female. In last field we want to define programming language with checkbox selection, so here we have write input type is equal to checkbox with attribute name is equal to languages, and it PHP language for PHP, Java language for Java, and .NET language for .NET. Lastly, for submit form data we have defined on input type is equal to submit with attribute name is equal to submit and value is equal to submit. By click on this button we can submit form data. Now we have moved to write PHP code for server-side validation. So here we have defined two variable like $count is equal to 0 and $error variable is equal to blank value. Below this we have write if statement, and under condition we have write is set function with $post submit variable. This condition will check if this variable value is set, then it will execute if block of code. Suppose $post submit variable value is set, then it will execute if block of code, and under this block we have defined four variable like $name, phone, email and address with blank value. After this we have write if statement, and under condition we have write empty function with $post name variable. This condition will check if this variable has blank value, then it will execute if block, otherwise it will execute else block. Suppose above condition true, then it will execute if block, and under this block we have write $error variable, and under this we have append text like name is required. But suppose above condition false, then it will execute else block of code, and under this block we have write if statement, and under condition we have write not operator with preg match function with 2 argument. In first argument we have write pattern, and in second we have write $post name variable. This condition will check in name value there is no number, then it will execute else block, but in this variable there is non-alphabetic character, then it will execute if block of code. If above condition true, then it will execute if block of code. Under this we have write $error variable, and in this we have append text like only alphabet allowed in name field. But above condition false, then it will execute else block of code, and under this we have write $first name variable is equal to $post name variable. Here store data under this $name variable. Now we want to validate email address text box data, so we have write if statement, and under condition we have write empty function with $post email variable. This condition will check if email field has no value, then it will execute if block, otherwise it will execute else block. Suppose above condition true, then it will execute if block, and under this we have write $error variable, and under this we have append text like email address is required. But suppose email field has data, then it will execute else block of code, and now we want to check email is in proper format, so we have write if statement with not operator with filter var function with 2 argument like $post email variable and filter validate email. This condition will check this $post email variable value is proper email format or not. If it is not in email format, then it will execute if block of code, otherwise it will execute else block of code. Suppose email address is not proper email format, then it will execute if block, and under this we have write $error variable, and under this we have append text like invalid email format. But suppose email format is proper, then it will execute else block, and under this we have write $email address variable is equal to $post email variable. Now we have write if statement, and under condition we have write empty function with $post phone variable. This condition will check if this variable has blank value, then it will execute if block of code, otherwise it will execute else block of code. Suppose above condition true, then it will execute if block, and under this we have write $error variable, and under this we have append text like phone number is required. But suppose above condition false, then it will execute else block, and now we want to check this variable value is number only, so we have write if statement, and under condition we have write not operator with preg match function with 2 argument like pattern and $post variable. If $post phone variable value is not number, then it will execute if block of code, and under this we have write $error variable, and under this we have append text like only numbers allowed in phone. But suppose $post phone variable value is number, then it will execute else block of code, and under this we have write $phone variable is equal to $post phone variable. After validate all form fields, now we have write if statement, and under condition we have write $error variable value is equal to blank. If this condition true, then it will execute if block of code. Under this block we have write $count variable is equal to $count variable plus 1. Here we have increased this variable value by 1, because there is no error in form data and we can proceed for insert data. Here we will not discuss how to insert data in MySQL table, but in this block we can write PHP code for insert form data. Now we want to display $error variable value on web page, so here we have write echo statement with $error variable. It will display value of $error variable on web page. Now we have check output in browser. Friends, we can see simple user form on web page, so we have fill name text box with John Smith and click on submit button. After clicking on submit button we can see validation error on web page and name text box field with value John Smith has been removed after form submission. So we have go to index page and in Jquery code, and in this we have write PHP code like if $count variable value is equal to 0, if this condition true then it will execute if block of code, otherwise it will execute else block of code. If $count variable value is equal to 0, that means there is a form validation error, and in this block we want to store form values by using savy plugin, and in else block we want to destroy form values by using savy plugin. First we want to restore form value by using savy plugin. So first we want to restore name text box fields value. So we have write Jquery code like $with text box id name with savy method, and under this we have write load. It will restore this text box data after form submit. Same way we want to restore email text box value. So we have write $with text box id email with savy method, and under this we have write load. After this we want to restore phone text box value, so we have write $with text box id phone with savy method, and under this we have write load. Below this we have write $with text area field id address with savy method, and under this we have write load. This code will restore address data in form. After this we want to gender select box data. So we have write $with select box id gender with savy method, and under this we have write load. Now want to restore checkbox data. So first we have write $with first checkbox id like PHP language with savy method, and under this we have write load. After this we want to restore second checkbox data, so we have write $with checkbox id Java language with savy method, and under this we have write load. And lastly we want to restore third checkbox data, so we have write $with checkbox id net language with savy method, and under this we have write load. So this code will restore form values when there is a server-side form validation error, and it will fill this all form fields with data after form submission. But suppose there is no server-side validation error, then it will execute else block of code, and under this block we want to write Jquery code for destroy all form data by using savy plugin. So for destroy form values, so we have write $with text box id name with savy method, and under this we have write destroy. This will destroy form value. For destroy other form values we want to write same Jquery code with their element id, and this code will display all form field value. Now we have saved this code and check output in browser. Friends, previously we have already seen when we have click on submit button, then filled text box data has been destroyed after form submission. But now we have enter John Smith in name, and in email field we have enter johnsmith@gmail.com and click on submit button. After form submission we have received validation error and like phone number is required, and now in name and email text box field we can see values which we have entered previous form submission. So by using this plugin we can see form values after form submission if we have received any validation error. Now we have enter other fields details like in phone we have enter some text. After this we have select female as gender and enter address details also, and lastly we have select PHP checkbox and click on submit button. After submit button we have again received validation error like only number allowed in phone text box, and now we can see all form values like name, email, phone, address, gender and programming language which we have filled before form submission. So this plugin has compatible with this element like text box, select box, checkbox and even text area fields also. So now we have enter proper data and click on submit. After submit button form has been submitted and all form values has been destroyed because there is no any server-side form validation error. So this way we can use Savy plugin with PHP form validation. This plugin is very useful if you have used server-side form validation, then at that time of form submission we can restore form values if it received any validation error, and it will restore form values after form submission. If you have any query regarding this video tutorial part, please comment your query in comment box, and if you like this video tutorial please share with your friends, or even you can also share on social media also. If you want to get more update regarding our video tutorial, please subscribe our YouTube channel for get more update regarding release of future video. Lastly, keep watching our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching this video tutorial.